The volunteer army was already based in Meray in the southwest to gather information on the region. Tristan gathered the captains of all the units and held a final meeting.
This terrain is different than before. It's a wetland, so battles will be different. Everyone should be careful.
The rivers flow like a mesh, so it seems to be troublesome to move.
It seems that the ground is so weak that bridges cannot be built. It looks like you can move easily and quickly by boat, but when you're on a boat, you don't have that freedom.
So we walk on damp ground.
Well, we have to be careful. The movement speed should be reduced, so the strategy is as usual. The timing will be different. That's all you need to keep in mind. Also, the enemy commander in the area seems to be Were Tiger.
Were Tiger? A lycanthrope.
Lycanthropes were said to have been born with the magic of the moon and darkness and had two forms, a man and a beast. They often changed into the form of a wolf or a tiger and were feared by people. Once transformed, they had the instincts of the beast and went berserk. When in the form of a beast, they possessed superhuman strength, but when in human form, they were not so powerful.
He seems to be bloodthirsty and kills people on nights under the full moon, so he's pretty ferocious.
Then we should try to attack in the daytime.
Remember, if you approach Donut, don't attack at night. And if you hear any rumors about Baldur, please be sure to relay them to me. Alright, let the operation commence.
As the captains left, Yorkaif called out to Tristan.
What is it?
Actually, I would like you to visit Estadel by all means.
Estadel? It is off the marching route of our troops.
By any means, I want you to go.
Why do you want Tristan to go to that city so much?
There, Lord Grant, who was once the master tactician of Zenobia's army, is waiting for you.
Zenobia's strategist? What kind of man is he?
Lord Grant can wield powerful magic at will, though he uses that power in moderation. He is a great man who will be a fine asset to your army.
How was such a man left alone by the Zetagenians?
By the time Zetagenia invaded, he had already retired, so there was no way to reach him.
When Zetagenia invaded Zenobia, Tristan and another prince were driven from the kingdom by the knights. In addition, many of the various treasures that supported the prosperity of the kingdom also went missing. The Zetagenians had their hands full tracking them down and didn't care about a retired old man.
I see. It would be reassuring if such an amazing person would become an ally, but...
Don't worry. I sent a letter in advance and received a reply stating that he would like to see you. By any means, please meet Grant yourself.
You're pretty good at handling this type of thing.
Very well, let's go to Estadel. I'll have to change my plans a bit.
Thus, Tristan and his companions made their way to Estadel. Tristan and his companions arrived half a day later than planned.
We finally arrived. So, where is this tactician? He said he was waiting for me at the inn.
Third Volunteer Army. I have been waiting for you, Lord Tristan.
Please just call me Tristan.
I see you don't know whose eyes are watching.
Master Tactician Grant, can you help me? In the volunteer army, people like you are needed.
I would like to ask you one question. What are you going to do?
I want to save people.
What do you mean to save people?
In this chaotic world, people suffer and live in fear. Some, like Balder, take advantage of that suffering and fear to deceive people. We will allow them to live without being threatened by anyone so that they can believe in a better tomorrow. This is my wish.
So, your goal is to defeat Balder?
That is my first goal. Sir Estrada, who taught me many things, said that it is important to act first. He told me that it was necessary.
Estrada.
To be honest, I'm not confident right now that I'll fulfill the great obligations you expect. But if I can liberate the people from Balder with my volunteer army comrades, I will have to carry that responsibility. I believe that one day we will be able to fulfill our great obligations. So now I'm doing what I can to the best of my ability.
So where is Estrada now?
Unfortunately, he was cursed by someone named Jenga 3 years ago.
Is that so? Estrada, I didn't think you'd die sooner than me.
A long time ago, when the kingdom of Zenobia was alive and well, the two met as a military strategist and a knight. Seeing the young knight pursuing his ideals, Grant felt that he was a reliable man. He taught Estrada everything he knew. The reason Grant decided to retire as a military strategist after many years was because many knights had mastered his teachings.
It's sad when someone younger dies, but you were able to leave your teachings to the prince. Tristan has grown up well under your guidance. I'm sure this man will be able to defeat Zetagenia.
When Grant had learned that the kingdom of Zenobia had been invaded by Zetagenia, there was little he could do. But now, a new hope shone in front of him. Of course, it would be a long battle to defeat Zetagenia. At his age, he might now see the benefits of the victory of the young man in front of him. But there was something about this young man in front of him. The will of Estrada, who had fallen halfway through, was still alive in the prince. Grant wanted to fight alongside the young man in front of him, and he couldn't help but want to pass on even a little bit of his knowledge and will.
I understand your feelings. As long as this old man's life lasts, you will have his support.
Thank you. I'm sure you won't regret that decision.
In the castle of Donant, Kyros was seated on a throne.
Lord Kyros, the volunteer army are approaching Saul Wall. They seem to have suppressed Karkal. What are you gonna do?
Well, a hold of yourself. I'm doing my best to expand my little strength. Just let me feel good for a little while. Come on.
Is that really okay?
Oh, and that Balder bastard also told me not to fight seriously. I'm sure he wants me to struggle to take all the glory himself. Deploy the Platinum Dragon Squad and make them sweat for a bit.
Yeah. Will that be enough?
Do you have any complaints? I don't care about Balder. If they don't come here, I can't smell their blood, right? Or are you going to let me smell your blood tonight?
No, please forgive me.
Your blood stinks anyway. If you get it, give instructions as I say.
Understood.